Good evening and welcome to the REGTC. It is a Tuesday evening and our first weekday game of the President Cup 2024. We welcome you on board, all those who have joined us. We welcome you. It's again a pleasure being with you, and for us it's a pleasure to have you in our company. We are about to see the teams walking out, and anytime now that can happen. It is going to be, and here the referees and fourth official, yes, and the teams following. It's Uprising taking on the Eagle Claw in the first game for these two teams, and indeed we are expecting some great things from both teams with some brand new signings, some really big names, and we've seen some transfers. The Uprising, like the man we've come to know in the central defense of the Royal Lions, he is now posting the Uprising uniform. That's Marvin Eskin. Marvin is now an Uprising player. Also the Claw. There's a number of big names on their squad. It's the welcome back Charles. And it's going to be an exciting encounter here. And the big name, one of the biggest names, I think, altogether for the Eagle Claw, is going to be their goalkeeper, number 97, and the man Williams. We would have seen him for the Enforcers. I would have signed for Ducks United. Never played with them though, but he's posing number 97 for the Claw, and that is a very big signing. Starting in front of Michael Cyril. He's a really an all-arounder. He's he's one of the best in the, I think right now on paper. I don't know what his fitness is, but he's really good between those sticks, and he is an outfield player as well, and so he can play a double role for the Claw. So it's going to be a mouth-watering encounter, one that you, at the end of the night, would have been glad that you join us for this encounter. Well, Eagle Claw in their usual blue, green, and yellow, and it's Uprising in their gray, black, and red. There's a little bit of rain and dew around. It's been dark, overcast for a great part of the day. And the rain we've been looking for, it's now there's a slight dew around. There's a light dew. We expect at some point in the evening it will pick up though. As the teams are now going in their starting position. It's going to be Uprising kicking from right to left. From left to right, it's going to be Eagle Claw. The man in the middle, it's Mr. Hilton Fortune, able and assisted by AR1, Tia Webster. AR2 is the Kari Bong, and Sissy Walker will do the fourth official honors. As we welcome the man who will be taking us live and lively, the man Doc, Clyde and Brian, as it really begins to rain.
Yes, good evening to one and all. Taking our coverage via AI Live. It's the AFL President's Cup. It's the Uprising and it's the Eagle Claw doing battle Two very changed sides. To run you to the lineups very quickly again for the Eagle Claw. New signing, their captain, Prezi Zelamni Williams is in goal. A defense of Nick Deshenko, Rohan Taylor, Khalifa Francis, and Darlan Gordon. A midfield made up of Stuart Murray, as well as Yatta and Adil Benjamia. And a forward line, a very potent forward line of Chadwick Samuel, Philian Robinson, and Shamaine Naldo Charles. For the Uprising FC, you have a number of key signings, a number of big names have come across. They're playing with a new system as well. Seem to have employed a back three. For them quickly, it's Kirani Vanterpool in goal. The new captain for the season is Jarvis Jones. Defensive line of Delani Francis, Sean Hodge, as well as the man who won Best Defender last season. Coming over from the Roaring Lions, it's Marvin Erskine. At wing back, they have Joseph Nathaniel Gums, the man Nat. At left fullback, and on the right side, it's Trey Gums. And in the central midfield, you have the aforementioned Jarvis, as well as Jordan Deans. And a potent forward line, you have, of course, Joran Gale. And another huge signing, a massive signing. And the man just played that ball in. The barber, the yardman, Tajay Johnson. Too much change sides. Two sides looking to get off to a good start.
Indeed. And this is even, I'll tell you something, Doc. From what you've seen so far, none of these teams, you can't take any of them for granted. You can't take anything for granted from what you have seen so far in the opening games. We are yet to see the first goal of the male division. This is game number 3. We have had 2 games in the female division. We have had some 16 goals.
What you can say, every team looks dead even. Every single team in this President's Cup looks dead even. We've seen 2 goalless draws, but 2 exciting goalless draws.
Indeed.
As the ball is whipped in high. Dealt with by the Eagle Claw. Looks like Gordon. Trying to feed this one centrally. Now it's Nat Gums. Gums has Johnson wide. It's a misplaced pass into touch for a throw into the Claw.
Well, I tell you this, that on the opening night, one of the players from the attackers, he said, we are already in the finals.
Well,
he said, all the other teams are playing for position
in the finals
next to us,
Indeed.
to line up against us.
Well, I'm not going to get spoiled, so you have to wait until Friday. But the attackers have brought in a certain striker. I've seen him in training. I've heard about him. As one person has told me, that boy has Zuggy quality. Zuggy being the man, Ricardo John.
I'll tell you what, I've seen, I've had an opportunity to glimpse a few names.
Oh, that's trouble, because Ashon absolutely leathered it back to Kirani Vanterpool in goal. Onto his weaker foot as well, and that was good pressure being applied by the Claw forward line.
That was not a good decision at all.
Not
it
the
wasn't
right
at
decision.
all. Not the right decision.
Luckily for them, Ashon got back and applied pressure and didn't allow the Eagle Claw to gain any possession because they were in a dangerous position. And here comes Francis, that being Delani Francis. And now the Claw break again. Was the man Benjamia. But now it's shifted forward to a speedy Joran Gale. Gale in behind. Gale, what a save by Prezi. That's the Prezi we know.
And I tell you what, Doc, I tell you what, he was cool as a cucumber doing that.
Oh, that's just Prezi to a T. Easy does it. What a save there with the captain Zalandi Williams. That just reminds you of how good he is. You may have forgotten that guy won a championship with attackers. He knows what it means to win. It's poked across here. And Jones lets it run all the way toward Gums. Now Johnson, the dangerous Johnson, tries to poke it inside. Muscled off the ball. And Claw trying to come away with it. It's Naldo. Dispossessed by Jones, and it will be an uprising throw. Hodge gives it away, and it's a dangerous Naldo. Naldo trying to send Chadwick Samuel running. It was well read there by Marvin Erskine. That could have been troublesome had Chadwick gotten in behind because he's fast and he's powerful. May not be the most accurate, but it's hit hard. Good ball toward Nat, but cut out by Deshenko. And now Francis. Deshenko, Jameer. Knocked forward. That one just over the head. And picked up now by Johnson, the former Eagle Claw man. Jones looking to go through to Johnson. Johnson was in an offside position.
Definitely. Easy to see and well spotted there by Webster.
Well, for the Eagle Claw, the man Cecil Griffith does most of the coaching work for them, but a very key role has been played by their captain, of course, Zalandi Williams. Done a lot of work with the guys, getting them ready to come into this league and perform at their very best. This is very good 1-2 play, as here come the Eagle Claw yet again. It was the very speedy Stewie running away, but he was dispossessed. Here's the fiery Francis. Tries to slice this one across, gets it wrong. Now Delani Francis. Gums. Deans. Francis trying to overlap. That's a crunching challenge, but a fair challenge into touch for a throw.
That's a very good build up there by Uprising, but very well read. Equal to the task was the defense for the Claw, number 19 in the person of Rohan Taylor, and ensuring that he halted any progression by Uprising.
Uprising yet again with Delani Francis. Whipping a ball in dealt with by Khalifa Francis. Interestingly enough, Khalifa is the father of both Delani and Defari.
I don't know where you got that.
He's related to them. He's not. I've got the wrong Francis. I've got the wrong Francis, but I've got the wrong Francis.
The police are not going to come for me, Doc. Leave that alone.
I've got the wrong one. As here comes Nat. Looking to send it through toward Johnson. Hooked away by, it looks like Gordon there. Picked up by Benjamin. Loose by Chadwick Samuel. Very loose. Jones. Erskine. Francis. Gums. Goes back to Francis. Trying to switch the play. And that will be a foul and the free kick for the Eagle Claw. It was Stewie here playing on the right midfield position. Doing well to maneuver the ball past Nathaniel Gums and pick up that free kick. It does seem like the Claw, instead of playing with the front three, they've gone to more of a 4-4-2. They have Phillian Robinson dropping a bit deeper. He's dropped deeper. And he's really controlling things in the midfield for them. It's Benjamin looking at the send Stewie running. Sean Hodge comes across and gives the Eagle Claw a throw in. So we've had 190 minutes. Still get to see a goal in this men's President's Cup.
You think we're going to see one tonight, Doc?
Well, with the potency of these two attacks, it'd be hard to bet against it. But with how the President's Cup has gone so far, it'd be hard to bet for it.
Yeah, so we're going to have 3 goals tonight, Doc.
3, fair enough.
Could be more, but yes, we're going to have 3 goals tonight.
Benjamin.
And the first one is going to come very soon. First goal is going to come before the 25th minute of play.
The Uprising. They're looking to break away. And they can't do so now because it's Barbara Johnson trying to send Gale running. Gale has company in the form of Gums. Gums to Deans. Deans, let's off an effort that's rather tame.
It's the wet.
It's the wet ball.
It's a wet ball, and this is what is going to spell some trouble for the keepers tonight, because with that little Drew under in the pack, the ball is going to slide. It's going to skid at times. The bounce is going to be uneven. So the keeper must get their body behind the ball. That is going to be important.
And that's exactly why Deans let off that effort. The ball is wet. You have to take shots. Corner's going to be taken. Looks, is that Francis? Driven in low and hard and into the side netting. Goal kick. Well, it's been another couple sightings for the Uprising that we haven't mentioned, but they have signed more than just Barbara Johnson and Marvin Erskine. They brought in a couple of role players as well. They've really filled out their roster. Brought in a player from Jamaica. They have Keyshawn George, as well as another forward from Jamaica, Adrian Smith. And they've also signed Dangerous DeJuan Jacobs. Seen him in training. Looks a right player. Shifted across. Johnson. A loose touch and hurriedly cleared. Will be a throw. We've also brought in, at least for these first couple games, Gareth Thomas and Lewis Jones. Not sure if we'll get to see them today, but they are amongst the substitutes. Well, for the club, they've also brought in a couple of role players to fill in their roster as well. They brought in Jaheim Lynch, as well as Manjivona Richards, to give them some depth. Trying to cut this one back, and the Eagle Claw can look to hook it clear. They also have the likes of the Poodleman, Lyndon Duncan. He's on the bench, their former captain.
Yes, indeed. And very surprising that he started on the bench. I'm not sure
They have quality
of
now.
his fitness, but that's quality.
Naldo was on. Oh, he was on side, Naldo. Naldo was just on side, but luckily the ball was overhit because he was in behind. He timed that run perfectly. We've not seen the best of Naldo for about 2 seasons now. But goodness, we know how good Naldo Charles is.
Could this be the season that we welcome back Nigel Charles.
I know that when he was playing with Barbara Johnson, the man Taji Johnson, he was playing out of position. He had to play off the wing because Chadwick Samuel's a bit more limited in that he doesn't perform his best out on the wing. We saw that when Chadwick was playing with the attackers, it forced Ricardo John out wide as the ball was whipped in and easily collected by Zalamne Williams. He just gives it straight back to the Uprising. Francis. Gums. Deans. He's going to send Johnson through. Johnson is just off. Just off, says the AR. Ooh, that was tight. That was very tight.
I tell you what, Taji Johnson, for a striker, has been caught in an offside position for far too much in a game.
You can say that about both Uprising strikers, in fact, because Joran Gale, for as fast as he is guilty of the exact same thing. It's Defari. This time, Joran Gale is onside. Gale with a loose touch. And
that's Johnson.
That is Johnson, and this time Zalande will recover. It was a loose touch there by Johnson, but the Uprising are knocking on the door. And that's going to be an intentional handball and a yellow card. You can't do that. You can't. This is not training. Darling goal, you know a bit better than that. It is going to be Jones over this free kick.
There is no any book that says a yellow card.
Claw looking to clear with Samuel. And Samuel almost got in behind. He almost took off the boot of Sean Hodge. Hodge has been he's had a few miscommunications in the early goings of this one. This throw-in will go the way of the Eagle Claw. It's a Captain Stewie, the former Docksman, Stuart Murray. And toward Charles. Charles finds Robinson. Deshenko sends Chadwick Samuel in behind. But Karan Evantapol came off his line very well.
And that ball is sliding. Look at how it's sliding. Luckily for Vanterpool, it took a very accommodative bounce.
Indeed it did. It takes a lot for a ball to outpace Chadwick Samuel. Even at this age, he's still fast. Johnson has company in Stuart Murray. Former teammates, they know each other well. And no foul. Diving around, says the referee. Now here comes Gums. Gums trying to take corner man down the line. Well done by Nat Gums. Cuts the ball back. There was no one in the area. I think no one expected him to beat the man. This could be troublesome because it's Phillian Robinson. Oh, he didn't see it. He didn't see the run. And Naldo is not happy. This is troublesome again because it's Trey Gums on the outside. Gums puts the ball in along the ground. Deshenko can deal with it. Giving away cheaply. He can hit them, you know. Deans hits it. Blocked. And to touch for a throw, and the game is opened up. It's opened up just a tad. And the man, the head coach in Griffith, is not happy at all. Francis. Jones. Searching for, and they will find Johnson. Gums. That's a good ball through. And he's in an onside position here. Deans puts it in. Cleared away yet again. Seems to be a disconnect between when the ball comes in and where the runners are. Now, Benjamin. Benjamin again. Good pretty passing. Gordon. Trying to find Chadwick. Trying to put it into feet. Well done there by Ashana Hodge. And Dean's trying to pick out Gums. That's Trey Gums. And again, it's looked clear. Johnson. Putting a teasing ball in. And this time, Zalandi Williams can come out and deal with it. Absolutely heaves it upfield, and Naldo will get there as well. That's the patented Prezi throw. Francis. I'll send Delani Francis running. Francis needs some support. We'll find it in his brother yet again, Defari. And now it's going to be troublesome. Deans was looking to line it up.
Great work done there by
they're playing it out well. Gordon to Murray. Robinson. Gordon. Murray yet again. Murray does well. Still Stuart Murray. Beats a man, but gives it away to Jones.
That was a brilliant bit of play there, Doc, by the man Chad, ensuring that Deans had absolutely no way this could be some trouble.
It's Yatta. He got it wrong. He got it dreadfully wrong, the man, Sean Brown. That's the danger of the Eagle Claw on the counter. They have a lot of attacking prowess.
Yes, they do.
If you take a look at the makeup of the team, those may be playing in different positions. Chad is a striker. Nalo's a striker. Stewie's a striker. Yatta's a striker. And Phillian Robinson's a striker. All strikers that's playing in different roles according to where the team needs them. Deans trying to send Trey Gums through. Picked up by Jones. Francis. But out to Delani Francis. Francis brothers playing with it. Now Gums. Uprising throw. He said 25, Millie. 23 in.
We're 23 into the 24th minute.
Still have one more minute.
Keep heart, Doc. Keep heart.
That's Benjamin. Looking for the 1-2. Chadwick Samuel is fast. But you know who else is fast? Marvin Erskine. That's what made him such a hot commodity on the market. That's what made Lions so reluctant to lose him. Jones was a former Uprising captain. He lost the captaincy and he's got it back. And now in space is Trey Gums. Gums cuts it back well. Gums will lay this one off looking for Johnson. Now Gale. Toward Johnson. Johnson back to Gale. Joran Gale with a powder puff effort.
Was that the opportunity, Doc?
It was good play. It was very good play.
Was that the opportunity?
Here's Murray. Oh, that's silky from Stuart Murray. He has his flair back. Stewie still. Stewie driving. Stewie trying to feed it through towards Samuel. But blocked in the end. And now it's the man in gums. Deans sending a ball forward. John not in the mood to run behind it. Williams. Deshenko. Brown. We'll find a Robinson. No Benjamin. It's a good ball. It's Charles. Charles, a lovely reverse pass.
Ooh.
Offside, the call by A.R. Brown. Gums. It's a foot race. The shank goes pretty fast. Williams. It's Francis. Puts it forward. Robinson. Deshenko. Taylor goes back across. Now it's Deshenko. Good footwork there by Brown. Aldo and Chadwick seem to be connecting. Seem to be getting onto the same page. A throw in for the Uprising. Jones. Francis. Putting through a searching ball. That's dealt with by the man Prezi Zalanda Williams again. Benjamin. It's going to find Robinson. Deshenko now. Benjamin comes across to Francis. Williams. With the St. Gordon running. Gordon pokes it past Gums. Doesn't do enough. It will be a throw in to the Uprising. Gums. Well, the 25 has come and the 25 is gone.
Now, you had the opportunity and you shelled it. Powder puff.
I'm not a betting man. I should have bet you. Here's Deans.
Still goalless in the Male President Cup 2024.
We've had about 210 minutes, just about 210 minutes thus far in the Men's President's Cup. No goals. The ball's been in the net twice. The ball has been in the net twice. Still no goals. And a handball goal was scored for the DFC versus the Western Predators. And an offside goal was scored a bit earlier there by Johnson.
Interpreted a handball.
I'm not going to get into that with you. I've had enough stick from the referees telling me not to question their calls. So if the referee says it's a handball, I'm not going to argue with him. I personally
Uprising with Jones. Jones looking to drop it wide. Oh, fed it well. And this could be dangerous. Oh, my. Jaron Gale, point blank, just outside the 6, has put it away over the goal. Would you believe that?
Melly, I think there may be an invisible wall in front of these 2 goals because the amount of point blank chances we've seen and have not been scored in this men's competition, it's really something else. No clue how he missed that. Had there been a goal above the goal, he still wouldn't have scored it. That's how high he put it over.
My.
Throw to the Uprising. Gums into Erskine. Now Jones. Looking for the incisive pass, Jarvis Jones. Al Defari. That's a loose pass. Gave Marvin a lot of work to do. Now it's Delaney Francis. I think Delaney thought that Delaney was the man running behind it and not Tree Gums. It will be a goal kick.
In the 32nd minute of playing, and yet no goals. This is the 3rd encounter of the male 2024 President Cup, and we are yet to see a goal.
One thing I can almost guarantee you, we will see goals on Friday because the Attackers FC are in action. They're going to be taking on the Limers FC. And then...
well, we wait to see who's in goal for the Limers FC. We know that it's one of our national keepers. And it's going to be a good encounter. It is going to be a very good encounter.
On the other hand, we don't have to question who's in goal for the Attackers. They have the best keeper in the league, Randy Gomez, in net. Then, prime time game there on Friday evening. It's the Western Predators, a very good-looking Western Predators side. And they're taking on our defending champions.
Docks United.
They
are a very fit team.
The Western Predators.
They are fit and they are fast.
They have Kern Caddy.
And one of the things that the Western Predators can be looking for,
they can look to take advantage of a slower Docks back line. Foul is called there by referee Hilton. Of course, I spoke to Bino. I think it was yesterday or the day before. Bino told me we have about 13 guys on the roster. This is the first time he's seen a team three-peat and lose players. Usually when a team three-peats, they gain players. But there's been a mass exodus from Docks United.
And that has been because of a number of players who were on the Docks roster last time around, but primarily they were not playing.
Docks, they did not make a lot of changes. Something Coach Ben has been guilty of for a number of years. He's not the fastest to make his substitutions.
The likes of Masimba Bowen, who would have been featuring for Docks United. Well, he featured for the Enforcers, featured a few games for Docks United. And we saw last season that he was
he just sit out.
A permanent sitting coach.
Yeah.
And he has been transferred out to...
He's one of the signings the Attackers have made.
To the Attackers.
He's one of them. They've also brought in the man Miguel Abraham. He's gone back home. The team that he carried to a title back in 2011. He's gone back home as a foul is called. It will be an Uprising free kick.
What is the foul, Doc? What is the foul?
Millie, I don't want any messages on my phone when I go home. I'm not going to question the officials again.
I'm not questioning the official call. I'm asking you, what is the foul? Because you may have seen something that I didn't. So that's the reason why I'm asking you.
I don't see much of anything at all.
Just
Francis. Oh, that's a dangerous ball. Gale just couldn't get there. But
I'm just asking you because you are now wearing your glasses while I don't have mine. And so it's about another 2 weeks before I get mine. So it's the reason why I was asking.
All right, your vision is probably the exact same as mine. It's Benjamin. Looking to poke it forward to Nick Dashenko. That will be a foul and free kick. We have the Uprising yet again. That's going to be yet another foul, another free kick. This one within shooting range. If Deans wants to hit them, it's definitely within shooting range.
This one, you have to hit it on the ground. The fact that it's a bit slidey, you have to hit this on the ground.
You need to take advantage of the wet surface because if it doesn't rain again, by the time you come on for the second half, the field will be dry.
Yes.
It's one thing about that the AFA field has improved a lot over the years. The drainage has really gotten better. Deans does hit it. Easy for Prezi. Back in the olden days.
Not sure if he hit that one. He just lobbed it into the keeper's hand.
Back in the olden days, a drop of rain fell in the valley. There was a puddle right there by the corner flag. There on the southern side. The entire southern goal was full of water. There wasn't much you could do once it rained back in the day, but the drainage has improved a whole lot here at the REGTC. Will be free kick for the Claw. Zolanda Williams boots it long. Jones. Johnson has a man in the middle to aim at. That's a very, very good challenge there by Francis. He had Joran Gale to aim at, but he didn't allow, Francis didn't allow Johnson to get the pass off. Did so well, in fact, it's a goal kick.
It's in the 38th minute of play. Doc. And it's still 0-0. We are not going to finish 0-0. It is not going to finish 0-0. Doc, if this game ends up 0-0, it must be go down in the history books of Angola football. First 3 games all ended 0-0. But
it's a good ball. That's even better defending.
It is not going to.
It's Johnson. It's Johnson. It's Tashe Johnson. Not done yet. Looking for Gale. Gale across, and he's in an offside position, Francis.
Doc, I am not seeing this game ending 0-0.
We didn't see the first 2 games ending 0-0.
I am definitely not seeing this one.
I can't remember the last time Roaring Lions went to a game and didn't score. I think I meant to go through the record books to look for that one. As here they come again. It's Joran Gale. It's a bit too heavy, and it's easy for Williams to collect. Sun booted high. Hodge. Francis over to Jones. Francis. Sending one looking for Johnson. Robinson as well. He'll find Murray. Robinson looking to send a Samuel through, picked up by Gums. Deans, this one given away a bit cheaply. Benjamin Chadwick. Sean does very well again. Well, that's loose, and Chadwick was the first to react. Cleaned up very well there by Delaney Francis. That's poor, given away rather cheaply.
When you see some of these teams on a game day, you wonder if the teams actually train together.
See some chemistry issues, and I can give you the short answer. No. It's not a paid league, it's not a professional league. People have to work. That's the simple truth. People have to work. You can't not go to what makes you money for something that doesn't make you any money. Of course, that is something that the Football Association is working on. Not going to spoil it yet. I have a lot of teasers that I'm not going to spoil. But there's some big development coming to the Football League here in Anguilla. Jones over the head of Francis.
Well read by the keeper. Well read by the keeper.
That's exactly why they brought in Zalande Williams.
He recognized that Gale was hearing down, and the defender was in a position where once the ball came over the top, it was acres of space. And what he did, he got off his line. And that doesn't look good for Chadwick. That does not look good for Chadwick.
It's a sprint, and that's his hamstring. What the Claw have now, that it didn't have for a very long time, is depth.
Deep bench. Very deep bench. They can just put...
they can push one of the midfielders forward. They have about 5 strikers in the midfield.
Yes.
And they have the likes of Poodle. You have Poodle coming. You have Rami and Kabi. You can come in.
That is not offside.
Brown has called them tight today. Brown has called them very tight today.
That's a very close call. Another close call down. By Brown.
Benjamin Robinson. Also brought the man Devin Harvey over. He's on the bench as well. Harvey, of course, coming in from St. Martin.
And that is not a foul, Doc.
Somehow it's not.
Is it only against a...
Gums. It's Brown. Ooh.
That can never be an offside.
Oh,
that could never be an offside.
And there's a lot of frustration on the Claw side. A yellow card has been issued.
And it has been issued because of frustration. That could not have been an offside. Ashawn Hodge played him on. Ashawn walked forward after the ball was played. So it could not be in an offside position.
The captain, Stewie Murray, is furious. Offside the call. A few moans and groans in the stand as well. Free kick. Francis. Here's Murray. Murray will find Charles. Charles to Samuel. Samuel Too heavy to touch. It will be a throw. You know, Chadwick likes to push it down the line and run behind it.
You have to be mindful because when the likes of Ashan Hodge is there, Ashan is fast. It's going to get there before you. And so you have to look to push the ball where you can control it and then pull Ashan and then cut the ball back in.
Whipped into the area. Dealt with by. And no handball off the body first, says the referee. As here comes Johnson. Johnson, it does have Deans for company. Deans tries to float that one in incisively, but there was no avenue through the defense.
We have had 45. Don't think that there will be much of.
It's not been much injury time. It's given away. It's Johnson. It's very well dealt with.
Cool, calm like a cucumber. It's Francis.
The old Kicks veteran. He knows what it is to win championships as well. Jones. Gums. Is Defari Francis here? Jordan Deans lined it up. Jones. Oh, tried to get it through. Oh, that was a very good ball toward Johnson, but Johnson couldn't control it.
I didn't see the board go up, Doc.
I didn't either. I don't think Hilton was checked his watch in the last few minutes. That's a foul.
But we have gone a minute plus. I have not seen the board going up.
I think Walker's trying to ask him in the mic. And the match commissioner and Richardson is trying to signal him as well, trying to figure out what the added time is.
Lack of communication there between the referee and the foot. It can't be one. It can't be 1 minute.
We've already had one.
We have already had one.
We've had two.
The referee signal in 1 minute.
Travis Jones deflected and goes wide. Ooh, that was a searing effort by Jones.
The referee signal in 1 minute extra time, but we have had two.
Corner. Whipped into the area, and Hilton blows it for the ball even landed. Takes me back to my high school days where he cost us the goal doing that exact same thing. We're at the half. Guess the score. Just take a guess. If you watched any game before this year, you know the score. At the half, it's the Eagle Claw 0, the Uprising 0.
No, it's the Uprising 0 and Eagle Claw 0.
We'll be back in about 12 minutes time for second half action, but for now we do take you back to Master Control.
Welcome back to the RGTC. We are about to see the resumption of play. Whistle goes. We have also seen a substitution for Uprising. It's a Che Gums giving way to Rashad Grant. As we take you back to the man, Doc.
Yes. Goalless here at the half. A tactical change made by Coach Chavoy. He's pushed Delaney Francis further upfield, and he's allowed Rashad Thomas to slot into a defensive role. He played a lot of left back last year for the Uprising. As it's Jaron gives it back, put back across, looking for Jaron Gale. It will be a corner.
Good 1-2 football, but last minute, that last pass, I just wasn't on the same page. Deans and Johnson. Rashad Thomas, the man, coming in. Not Grant Thomas, the man, who was coming number 17.
Rather ironically, if you just heard my phone ding, it was Rashad Grant who messaged me.
Yes, Rashad Thomas, the man who come in and it's going up, going wide. So yes, Thomas taking up that right back position and sending Francis, giving him free range to run that right flank.
Yeah, give him that Trey Gums role. The role like Gums occupied in the first half. And Gums had a lot of freedom going forward. So now they want the pacier Francis in a much more attacking role. But again, what seems to be at right wing back. Almost a right midfielder in a back three.
What I think also that they wanted is the quality of a finisher as well in Francis, and also the speed to connect with Johnson and Gale. Gale and Dean.
Giving a cross looking for Joran Gale.
Offside.
And Gale is in an offside position. Pass there by Williams. Good composed football being played here by the Eagle Claw. It's a good looking ball trying to send Charles running. It's picked up well by Murray. And a man has been cleared out and medical staff have been called because not only was it a late challenge, it was a late challenge on the wrong man.
Both are going to be okay.
Seems to be a clash of shins, you know. When your shin shocks you, it's a bit painful.
Seemed to be a stomach, mid section hit, abdomen hit. Both collided, and the ball was gone. The man Stewie was gone with the ball.
Stewie was away. Stewie is fast. Conversation between captain and veteran vice captain. We do know that we've seen the Claw in this position time and time again. Looking good defensively. There was a period in last season where they played perfect defense for 90 minutes in back-to-back games, only to concede and lose in extra time. 3
consecutive games they lost. One in the 91st, one in the 93rd, one in the 95th minute of play.
I remember that. I think it was Attackers, Spartans, Lions, or something like that.
It was
all the Diamonds,
yes. Lions, and Attackers.
The Spartans was earlier in this. I think Spartans was about 3 games before that. They ended up losing like 5 games that season in extra time. So then with Jared Smains scored for Diamond in extra time. Walker scored 2 for Lions late in the game. Walker came on late, scored 2 in extra time.
In fact, Doc, was 5 minutes of extra time given in the game against Diamond FC. In the 93rd minute of play,
a killer.
93rd minute of play, Jared Smeens made it 1 goal apiece.
Indeed.
And in the 90th minute of play, the man killer.
It was killer Kentish John. I do remember. My memory's not that bad. It's not that bad.
Who made it 2 goals. 2 goals to 1. Indeed. Again, against the Lions.
It was a brace for Screechy.
Screechy came on and scored in dying moments of the game in extra time.
And then,
after leading the game 1-0 for majority of the game.
Indeed. They drew a game. That was a good-looking ball. And Thomas maybe caught on it. He's a strong lad. Can't seem to remember who scored in that attackers game, though. I'll go and find it. I will go and find it. That's the pace you were talking about with Delaney Francis. Francis lays it off. It is Baba Johnson. Why would you not shoot it? From point blank range, he tried to pass and he wasted the chance.
That is exactly what I'm talking about, Doc. When I'm speaking about the speed down the flank, that was lacking, and you saw it there. You saw it in live colors. Who could catch Francis?
No one on that field. No one in that defense for the clock and run with Francis or Gale. As one is booted away.
Cleared out there by the skin. And had to get a boot on that one because Brown and Chadwick was on his doorstep. Claw.
Well, I told you I was going to find it. And that attackers game, it looked like, was it Shaquai Reed?
Good looking ball.
Last minute goal.
Again, Thomas there. Brown couldn't get to the end of that one. It was Brown who got there, Thomas who got there first and put it out of touch for a throw-in for the Claw. Brown with number 11 on his back. Should taken. Thomas drives it forward only as far as Fernand. God. Looking to get a better of Dean. That's so good ball. Oh, and just going to control them was the man string.
That game it was Shaquai Reed. Got the goal for the attackers. The Claw have a habit of conceding late. Does that trend continue into this year? Vanderpool. They're under pressure. It's a good high press. That's even better playing out of the press. Thomas. Looking to send Francis running. Good reading of the play by Deshenko. I think Griffith wanted to get Deshenko a bit higher up the pitch this season. But he's so good at that left back role. And I think Yatta was aiming for the passing truck. There's no need to absolutely clatter it at the wall. I'm not sure if his neighbor who stole his goats was driving the truck behind the AFL stadium there, but
corner to Uprising. Can they make this one come into the 55th minute of play? Still no goal.
Well,
Definitely going to see goals tomorrow, Doc. Do you think?
with the Queens in action, I
Up
would hope so.
against.
It's a ball whipped in. It's dangerous. And headed clear only as far. Chip back in. Oh,
This
it's
is gonna be a
batted
goal,
off the
you know.
line.
This
And
is
it
gonna-
will be put
offside.
in. Oh, it's off.
A foul against the keeper.
Indeed.
Sean, the guilty party, they're fouling the keeper. And the referee was right there saying, no, can't allow this.
Well, for the third time this season, the ball has been put into the back of the net, but none have counted.
Still, no legal goals.
Benjamin. I hope to God I'm pronouncing his name right. It's Ben. That's simple. Then Jmia. Benjamin. That's the best I've got. The best I've got is Benjamin. I hope I'm doing it correctly. If I'm not, I'll talk to you after the game. You can correct me. Free kick for I almost said. Yeah, so this Phil and Robinson puts the ball in high, arcing, hooked away. On a miscommunication. It's Johnson. Good footwork. Good pace shown by Deshenko. A brilliant footwork by Johnson. Johnson still trying to send Deans running. That's good defense by Gordon. Benjamin. It's back to Gordon. He's a good looking player, Adil Benjamin. Deshenko. It's a searching ball for Charles. But first to react was Marvin Erskine. Giving away a bit cheaply toward Brown. And Brown gave it right back. Very good work. It's Chadwick. Chadwick. That's a great challenge. Very good strength being shown at a crucial time. The game has opened up. And Jordan's trying to get in behind. Good reading of the play again by Zalanda Williams. Deshenko. Taylor goes back to Deshenko. Good pass to Benjamin. And him and Charles weren't on the same page.
Charles thought that he was in an offside position,
Indeed,
but he wasn't.
He was coming back. I think Yatta may need a substitution soon. Looks tired. He's an old boy now, Yatta.
Seems to have picked up a knock rather than being tired. Brown can run for
He
two
can run
football
all day.
games. Yes, he run for 2 football games.
He is limping. Maybe coming to the end of his night. But there's no one warming up on either bench. At least not yet. Two rather full benches. So you like to see us. You really like to see here. We hope it can last all season. It's given away a bit cheaply. Francis. Jones. Gale. Repelled again by the claw defense. Erskine. Francis up against Deshenko. Francis takes it around the outside. Francis gets that cross horribly wrong. Goal kick. Taylor. Deshenko. Robinson. Samuel. Brown. He's definitely hobbled, Brown. You can see he's definitely hobbled. Sean, ooh, troublesome. But does well enough. Jones. Francis. This is trouble because it's Joe's just behind Johnson.
And gives it away.
Real loose touch there by Benjamin. Jones. Thomas. That's a searching ball. Williams, he'll come to collect it. Murray. Hooked along looking for Charles. Hodge does well. Murray. Good work by Francis. Benjamin. Gordon. Samuel.
Not on the same page. That wasn't complete pass. Luckily for Claw, they pick it up and gives it straight back.
Robinson working hard, but doesn't quite have the legs to run with these Uprising guys. Gordon has to win that header and does. Loose foot, but Taylor sweeps away. I want it stayed in play as well. Everyone expected it to go out.
Yes.
Football's got just a bit sloppy as the legs have grown tired. Deans going to poke it through. Much more focused there by Francis. Loose by Murray. Given away by Murray. Jones. Defari Francis. Looking for Delaney, that's way overhit.
Overhit. Very much overhit. Intention was good. Execution poor.
Clubbling from the back. Not something you associated with Claw at all these last few seasons. Building from the back. And looking good doing it as well.
It's the faith that they have in the goalkeeper to do such.
Indeed. That's a good ball by Naldo. It's Samuel in behind. Chadwick Samuel gets it wrong. Zolande Williams can't believe it. That was the perfect ball by Charmaine Charles. Naldo couldn't. Chadwick couldn't bury it, and Naldo couldn't believe it.
And all he had to do, he was in front of Ashan.
Just take a touch.
All he had to do was to cut back the ball in front of Ashan, get between Ashan and the ball, and pull the foul. You had all the opportunity, push Ashan wider.
Indeed. Now look at the Uprising. Can they make the Eagle Claw rule that mischance? Couple numbers in the box. Trying to take him on one too many times. The touch for a throw.
It's good, a good flowing game. The game is
Whipped in. Picked up by Delaney Francis. Uprising throw. Looks like Iata, Sean Brown is going to defense. He can't run as fast as he usually does. He's hurt. I'm not sure why Griffith doesn't make a change. He has a defender on the bench. He has Jaheim Lynch.
He has Lynch. He has Poodle. Poodle plays defense.
He has
plays
Craig
midfield.
Clark.
He has a bench that he can go to. Probably might say that in a short order. We've seen some movements over there on the bench, and no doubt that man Jaheim Lynch would make his entrance in short order.
A couple. It does look like Lynch has gone behind to get warmer. Hodge, on an adventurous run, does well. Uprising, can they get something going? Brown has it clear. It's fast Francis. Thomas. Defari Francis. Defari. Getting a couple. Trying to go back to his kicks days there, Defari. Remember that year with kicks with him and Delaney along with Mali scored maybe about 40 goals between the three of them. They had some tremendous scoring output seasons towards the end of the Kicks United life. Them along with Javon Duncan got Kicks a lot of goals toward the end. They didn't always have a full team, but those Francis brothers were there. Mali was always there, and Duncan was there. Troublesome. Shot comes in.
Goes wide.
Another man has gone down injured. Looks like, is that Dolan Gordon?
It's Gordon. It doesn't look like Gordon. It looks like Benjamin.
But will it be Benjamin? Benjamin?
Yes.
Might just be Benjamin, yes. Now the Uprising readying two substitutes. The Claw has someone movement behind the bench as well. And it's his subs are coming in short order. That's not the best pass.
It's a breakfoot pass.
Indeed. Rashad almost broke his own feet. Thomas toward Gale, defending by Brown and cleared by Ron Taylor. Time for another throw. Game is slowed down just a tad. Just a tad it's slowed. Hodge. Good ball out wide. Can't get his feet together at all.
Man, that.
He's always been a bit clumsy, you know. Always been a little clumsy.
His ball handling skills definitely looked good earlier in the piece.
Indeed.
Made some wonderful runs that I think that his team was not on the same page with him. But it's a wonderful touch here by Charles, and he goes down. Nothing says the ref, and Jones can clear.
Not foul, says referee Hilton. Now here come the Uprising. Very incisive running, but not much penetration made. Looking to find Gale. It's overhit, and Gale can't keep it in play. Looks like Baba Johnson has gone out of this game just a little bit.
I'm not sure how much he was in it.
Not gotten much touches recently at all. The midfield has opened up because in the first half, there was never that much space for Philly and Robinson. Just bustling Jarvis Jones off the ball like he's not even there. Oh, that's loose. Very loose by Samuel. And doesn't win it, doesn't recover it either. And this is space. So a lot of space here for the Uprising. Chance to let off an effort, you know. It's straight into the arm. That's tired legs. That's nothing but tired legs by Tajay Johnson.
It was good coverage there by Williams.
He hit it straight to him. Right down his throat. It's a good throw into space. Not the best pass at all by Stewie.
Recovers well.
That's good defending by France. This is a very good pass to Samuel. Samuel goes back to Benjamin. Benji Mills is going to try and send Nick Dashenko running. Bit overhit. Dashenko has to go back and try to recover, and he will win the throw-in.
I've seen a number of claw players are warming up. And,
Uprising about to make a change. Change is imminent for the Uprising FC. Can he breathe some life into the game? Here comes Defari Francis. He doesn't have the pace he used to have.
corner to the Uprising. You could very well see substitution coming now, Doc. Yes, substitution is going to come. And we wait to see who that is going to be.
Still no board up yet.
And the referee has given permission too.
Indeed.
But, all right, so the number 25 is going to give way. It's going to be entering the field.
It's going to be Dewana Jacobs.
And that is going to be Jacobs for the man Nat. Nat has left the field. Jacobs has entered. And for the Eagle Claw, it's going to be...
is it Jaheim Lynch who will be coming in to the fray
for
Nick Dashenko.
Nick Dashenko.
Not the man I thought was coming off. Dashenko was playing well. Yatta was the man I would have pulled.
Yes, he's carrying a knock. And for the interest of his team, the benefit of his team, I think that was the man that was going to be leaving. There's another substitution for the Uprising.
It's going to be Barber. Barber's night is done. To see who he'll be replaced by. But Barber's night is done. His legs look tired. And I suspect it may be the Breezy Boy, as we call him. It does look the boy we call Breezy. Ball comes in. Falls to Breezy! Ooh! His first touch could have been crucial. His first touch in football here in Angola. The man...
Keyshawn George
Sr. His first touch in Angolan football could have been a crucial one. Still the Uprising. It's a very good turn. Gale sits into no man's land. Time for a throw. Lynch. It's back here with Taylor. Robinson on the half turn. Looking for Brown. Back to Lynch. Trying to play out to the back. Trying to be cute. Not enough space. They were just squeezed out. There's Jones. That's Dean. Sorry. It's easy. Very easy for Zalandi Williams.
What's going wide? What's going wide?
Doesn't matter to him. Robinson's giving away. Here's Jordan Deans. He'll hit it again. That one a lot higher. Still not accurate. Well, we're 75 minutes later.
Still no goal. It is unheard of.
Almost. Was it 270 minus 15? But 255 minutes of football in the men's division in Anguilla. We've still not seen a goal.
Not a goal scored.
This is unprecedented to say the least. Samuel. Hodge. All over the top. Melly, how many games have we had in both the women's and men's divisions combined? What have we had? 2 women's games and
We have had, this is the 5th game.
this is the 5th game. In 5 games, we've had 16 goals. Not bad, but 14 of those goals came in 1 game. Here come the Uprising. Loose touch again, unnecessarily. Averaging in the league overall just around 3 goals a game. Not bad. 3 goals a game isn't bad. But 14 of the 16 goals came in 1 match. What a stark contrast to all the other games that we've seen so far.
Indeed. I saw the first game for the female ended some 2 goals to nil, 2 goals to nil, and those 2 goals came in the first half.
Indeed, 2 early goals.
And it went 0-0 on the second half. And it's what we've noticed with the Gazelles, even playing with a player short last season, they would concede a number of goals in the first half, and the second half.
Down the second.
Yeah, play more compact defense.
You know, usually by the time Judy Ann would come, she'd be late from work. Judy Ann would show up and just settle the defense down.
I didn't see her in the last game, and clearly they missed 2 players that they were missing was Julianne Vanterpool and Clanika Rogers.
Indeed.
Yes.
Indeed. Will be another change for the Claw. That's going to be end of the night for Adil Benjamir. And
So a double or triple change, or we're going to have another change for the Claw.
another change for the Claw is that Romain Kabi, the Machini man, is coming in.
And that is going to be for
Stewie.
Stewie. Yes. It's going to be for Stewie.
In the first change, it looks. The
There's still
Uprising of a change that they're making as well. Look, they're making 2 changes. Aaron Rogers.
is going to make his way on for.
The number 34 has come on for the Claw. He's not listed among the substitutes, but it's Javon Richards making his debut as well for the Eagle Claw. Game has resumed as Aaron has taken what looks like a midfield role. Did you see the person that came in?
He came in for
Did he come on for Defari?
the injured the Fiery Francis.
Yes.
Yes.
What was the other substitution? I didn't see it. This is high press. This is troublesome. It's given away. Here comes Chadwick. Chadwick across to Naldo. They took too long. The passes were not good at all. It's going to fall here. Kabi straight to Vanderpool. I don't think we're going to see any goals all season. No matter how glorious the chance, it just doesn't happen.
Did you need a better chance than that?
The goal is open. You're right at the edge of the area. Just chip it in. That's a good ball there by Williams. Something that we've become accustomed to. When she went out there, blow out a tire. Francis doesn't get there. It's Gale trying to cut back. Good coverage by Rohan Taylor. The Taylor-Francis partnership has done very well.
Indeed.
For the Claw. They've had a number of centre-back partnerships that have not worked. Remember, it got so bad that Poodle and Yatta were the centre-back partnership. Days of having both Jamal and Craig Clark in the back are no more. The likes of Remy Minette having to play centre back. Here come the Uprising.
The claw, the eagle claw, believe it or not, has really improved.
Leaps and bounds. They've come on so well from where they were.
If Poodle can come on of the bench, it tells you.
As long as he used to be Poodle, but quality. Yeah, still has a couple rounds left in that old motor. A couple broke foot passes.
Foot passes. These are broke foot passes.
That's what they call them here in Angola. Passes that they're going to lead to a 50-50 challenge. That's Kabi. That's offside.
That's offside.
Clear.
And that's a card.
Oh, that
And
is
that's a card.
interesting.
It can't be anything else but a card. It can't be anything else but a card. And it has been issued. Can't be anything else but a card. The whistle go, leave the ball and go and pick up the place. Don't kick it away. That's a card.
Well, looks like Delaney has had to go back into the defensive line. Yes, he's going over to the left side. He's playing all over the pitch. All over the pitch he's played. So that right centre back went over to right midfield, now playing at left centre back. He let that one fly there. The man Breezy, but easy. Too far out to be the keeper of Williams' quality. Francis. And now, the shiny man. It's a good idea, but I shouldn't read it all the way.
Yes. Throwing ball.
Oh, that's careless. But the Yatta couldn't get a boot onto it. Thomas. As well. Poke it away from Richards. And now Breezy puts it in. It's deep. I can nod this one back across. It's going high. Overhead effort. The less said about it, the better.
We are into the 84th minute of play, and it is still 0-0.
2 more changes to come for the Claw. I'm taking back my guarantee for goals on Friday. The way that this league has shaped out so far. I've taken that guarantee right back.
Maybe Saturday, Doc?
I hope so. The referee tells them all to get up. And now he'll call a free kick the way of the Uprising. Brown thought he was fouled. Didn't get the call. And in proclaiming for the foul, his hand happened to rest on the ball. And that's where Uprising got the free kick. Unlaunched. Not the best pass at all there by, is it T1? Is it? Might be. Not certain. Is it 28 that he has on? Right there. Fully Uprising. Oh, that's not a good chance. A scissor challenge there by
It's
Brown.
another card.
Ready. You got on.
No.
Also, the name assigned to his jersey is Tavon Richardson, but I think I know Tavon Richardson, and that is not Tavon Richardson.
It's number 16. Clearly, it's not.
It's not Tavon.
It's two number 26 we're having on the field.
Ball whipped into the near post. Williams dramatically watches it sail over. That's the one Jacobs. There we go. That's who it is. It's the one Jacobs. Couple changes now coming for the Eagle Claw. It is going to be Chadwick who's making his way off.
Number 26.
And it's also going to be the end of the night for Darlan Gordon, as he'll be replaced by his Andre Gordon. Don't know who the first one that came on was. Again, it's a new system. All the numbers don't quite match just yet.
Yes. New and improved system.
Much improved. That's given away cheaply by Brown. Deans. That's the wrong spin on the pass. And you can't do that.
That must be a card.
You cannot do that. Well, just a free kick. Now, he's blown the whistle again.
All the referee has to do is back and something.
I was hoping, and thank the Lord he didn't do it. I was hoping he wasn't going to blow and say he didn't call a foul initially and blow for a handball in the box because he touched it and thought it was a free kick. I thought that's what he was going to do, and thank the Lord he didn't do it. Brown, with whatever limited legs he has left, is hustling back. Robinson. It's the number 28. Again, not numbered. Don't know who you are. Lynch. The man is down hurt. Lynch looking for Brown. It's good defensive work by Jones. All of a sudden he's back up on his feet. All of a sudden as Uprising get the ball, he's magically back up. Rogers.
I think the game is getting out of hand a bit, Doc.
I want to leave it there. I don't want to go home and meet any messages on my phone from the referees. But what I will say, it happened over the weekend. It seems to be happening again. At the time about to come up on
3 minutes.
The referees voting to be 3 minutes. Will be at a lovely touch by Charles. Can the Claw hang on an extra time? That has been their kryptonite. No foul, says the referee. And they can't only hang on, can they take the advantage? It's put over the top. Ronnie Vanterpool he's not really had to make any big time saves. It'll be 3 minutes added. The 90 we've already seen. That one sliced away. It will be a corner. Can this be the avenue?
It surely can't be. It surely can't be. That it surely cannot be.
You hope so. You really hope so.
Certainly can't be.
Ball whipped in, it's high, heads going up, bouncing in the area, acrobatic effort, just sails over. I think he could have taken a bit more time and let it sit for him a bit better. He may have rushed it just a tad. As Sean has stayed on the area. Now the Eagle Club were not obligated to wait and let Sean get treatment. And the referee says, if you can continue, just go to the side and wait. Lynch. Oh no.
Again, poor effort by Lynch.
Oh no.
Very poor effort by Lynch.
Kishon Senior. Looking for and finding Jordan Deans. Senior again. Putting in a good searching ball. Here come the Uprising. It's a corner yet again. Into the final minute. We've had 272 minutes played thus far without a goal. Can we get one? Just one. I'm begging for one.
Not tonight, Doc. Not tonight.
Ball played in. Not dealt with. Coming in along the ground. Good work by Williams. Williams can send it long because the Claw have numbers. It's Charles. Charles, he does see Lynch running. Lynch with not the best touch in the world.
That was a wonderful effort.
Indeed. That patented throw by Williams again.
Pat on a tackle there by Phil and Robinson.
Had to get it right indeed. Referee Hilton doesn't want to see a second more of this one. Take a guess. Just take a guess as to the final score. It's the only score that we've seen so far on the men's side. Uprising 0, Eagle Claw 0.
There's where we're going to leave it. Thanking you for being with us tonight, and encourage you to join us tomorrow by the grace of God. Same time, same place, at 6 o'clock in the p.m. It's going to be the turn when the Diamond Queens, they will be taking on the young ladies from the West. Oh, yes, it's going to be Queens. They are going to be up against the Little Soldiers. Join us then. Until then, on behalf of the man Doc, it's the AFL, it's the President Cup, your voice of choice, signing out for tonight.